Done. Done. Hello everybody, welcome back to Warframe. Today we'll be going over the Plague Kripath. Before this video starts, I just hope you're having an awesome day. Let's get into it. Where you can find these plague parts is down at Cetus by Nakak, and with this event comes operational supply, and with your operational standing that you earn from the Plague Star, you can buy some spicy Plague Zal parts. We will need to buy the Plague Backwin and Plague Kripath. Now we are going to go down to Hawk to forge this. We are going to need the Plague Kripath head, Plague Backwin grip, and Equana to Jai for this build. Listen, for any other, I'm just telling you my build and what I personally enjoy. I like enjoying some attack speed while also having that status chance. But as you can see, it has low crit chance. Well, in this build, I'm going to show you that you are dead wrong. We dag near hit a red crit every single time. Now, with our Plague Kripath head, it gives us default viral damage and 24 of it, which is pretty good. It gives us 14% crit chance and 32% status chance, which means if you want, you can get to a 100% status chance. I also made a Plague Kripath Zal using Varjeet to Jai for a crit chance build, but I recognized that my status build was better because I was hitting a red crit and also hitting status almost every time, and I did not even need to use more parts. Okay guys, so when it comes to building your Zal, there is a couple choices you can do. Before we get into that though, there is that one mod that you need to put on everything for all your melees is Pressure Point. Pressure Point gives us 120% raw damage, and that is what you need. Next, for your Plague Zal, what I recommend you do is build for status if yours is a status-based plague. So we are going to go for corrosive, and I say corrosive because when it comes to the faction you're going up against, and in this case it's Grineer, they have different weaknesses, and for Grineer, their weaknesses is radiation and corrosive. Corrosive is the weakness to enemies with ferrite armor, and radiation is the weakness to enemies with alloy armor. We are going up against a enemy with ferrite armor, which makes sense why we're building for corrosive. So when it comes to said corrosive, it is the combination between electricity and toxin, and toxin and electricity. Almost all elements have a let's say they have another choice you can put. So here there is 60/60 mod and a 90 mod. 90 mod gives us more damage, but it gives us no status. This one gives us 60% damage, but 60% more status chance. And as you can see, our stats went from 30% to 50%, which is pretty good. We are going to stick with the 60/60 mods for now. Next, we are going to go for electricity. Once again, we have a choice between the 90 mod or a 60/60 mod. Our status chance grew from 50 to 70 now. Great. That is very, very good. Next, we will be going for a crit. Now, when it comes to crit, you have a couple choices also. For this, since we're not going to be focusing on putting our crit chance at base, we are going to use crit damage. Organ Shatter is the crit damage mod for Organ Shatter. For melee, which is called Organ Shatter. Next, after we put all these 4 mods on, you can add a mod called Maiming Strike. Maiming Strike gives us 90% crit chance on slide attack, which is very good. If you don't, you can replace it for True Steel. I tried both of these. Very good also. We'll be doing a variant of that as well. Next, we will now be going for a mod called Drifting Contact. Now, Drifting Contact should give us status chance and combo duration, which is very good and which you want on a melee weapon. Now, as you can see, our status is now at 83.2%, which is very good, which means that we should put this mod on called Condition Overload. Condition Overload gives us 60% melee damage per status type affecting the target. And since we are going to be putting loads of status effects on our target, that would be a good idea. Now, after we equipped that, there is a mod called Blood Rush. Also, a mod that we should put on. Why doesn't that work? Let's see here. Oh, we forgot to put on our stance. We are going to use Bleeding Willow for our stance. Now we can put on Blood Rush. And this is going to be our build. Now, as you can see, it's not a super build, but it's still pretty good. Now, all the low numbers can be deceiving. I'll show you that right now. Thank you. Watch this. As you can see, this build is pretty good. That was a level 100 a level 100 heavy gunner. And that is very, very good time for how much health and armor they have. Next, we'll be going for a little bit cheaper. We'll be taking our Voltaic Strikeout and our Maiming Strikeout because those are a bit more expensive. So we're going to change Voltaic Strike for Shocking Touch. And we're going to take out Maiming Strike for more crit chance by using True Steel. Now with this build, you won't have to slide because you are not getting that prompt. Look at this. That is ridiculously good. Holy cow. Look at that. Tell me another weapon that can do that easily. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Next, we'll be going for the Riven setup. Now, the Riven setup is what I like to use. And with this one, I'm basically just sliding around all over the place, hitting those red crits like there is no tomorrow. I basically have a guaranteed of hitting a red crit. Somehow it just is, even though we have a 40% crit chance. That is crazy. Now, the Riven that I'm using is not a terrible Riven, but is not a one of the best Rivens you can get. Now, this gives us 176.8 melee damage and 112% range. Now, that is pretty good because range is great on the Plague Kripath. Now, I am also using Blood Rush, Maiming Strike, Vital Scourge, Drifting Contact, Organ Shatter, Voltaic Strike, and Pressure Point. Now, once again, this is just my build. I'm showing you how to build for your weapons and just giving you ideas on what you can do. Remember, different factions have different weaknesses. Different enemies in those factions have different weaknesses. So not one build is going to be great for every single faction. So we didn't even build up our combo and we're already hitting red crits. That whole entire spawn was done. Donezo. The only thing that I would say about that would be that our quick melee or regular melee without sliding is not as amazing. It is still pretty good, but it's not as amazing as our slide attack. It still gets the job done very well, and anything on the star chart will not be able to survive at all against this build. So next we are going to be going with the slide again. Done. Done. That's ridiculous. Not even my Grand Prime can do that. That is ridiculous. Guys. What get... Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for watching this video. And again, I am not telling you to use this exact Zol build or this exact mod build. I am trying to tell you to... I'm just trying to give you inspiration and information. And you may use this exact Zol build if you want. But the mod build, I urge you to change the statuses to whatever faction you are going up against. This enemy that I just so happen to go against is a Grineer with ferret armor, which is weak to corrosive. Thank you guys. Please like, please subscribe. And until next video, we are going to go over the Plague Zols. Yes, I have more than one Plague Zol, and they might actually be better than the Plague Kripath. Some people would say that's impossible. Until next video, goodbye.